Right, it's time for
The Cooksey garden tour.
that's it. Right, what we got?
Okay, so let's start with herbs. Herbs are looking really good. Sage and the lemon balm particularly like it here. Smells good. And all the other herbs in the back there. So we got some like thyme and some rosemary and some mint and all sorts. And then down here we got some spinach. So that's looking good. And some leeks. Although the leeks are very small at the minute, so they're going to take a bit longer to grow. And then we've got a blueberry plant. So that's in its pot because it needs different types of soil, like acidic. Then past the bay, that's the end of the herbs, and then we come into like a flower section, some grass, and so the fuchsias really like it here. And I planted some petunias down there, which I hope will come up and give a bit more like zhuzh. Then hydrangeas looking great, so those are all going to flower pretty soon. So we start on the veg section here. So broad beans first. Broad beans are all out in flower, so they're looking good. So we'll get some broad bean pods soon. One of them's been particularly attacked by black fly, but so far only one. So I'm deciding whether to deal with it or just sacrifice the one and hope they don't get the rest. At the back we've got Jerusalem artichoke. So those are going to keep coming back, the perennials, if you leave them in the ground. Then we got parsnips, so hopefully we'll get some of those. The ones we started indoors look bigger, and the other ones there will need a little bit longer to catch up, but they'll get there. And we got lots of beetroot, so multicoloured beetroot, so like the red ones that you're used to, like the boltardi, you can see the red stems, and then all the others are like a rainbow mix, so there'll be cool multicoloured beets. Behind them there's rhubarb, which is looking good, and behind the rhubarb we just planted some sweet corn seedlings, so hopefully those will shoot up nice and tall in a little block. Last bit of space available at the back there, as you can see we've taken up most of the space, but I'm going to plant something else there. Garlic, plenty of garlic, and in between the garlic some spare, so these lettuce seedlings are doing really nice, so we'll get to eat some of those soon. They really like the sunny spot. I put some of the younger, more crowded seedlings in between the garlic just to see if that would work or not, so we'll see. Spring onions, so spring onions in there, they need a bit longer but they're looking good. Under here we've got some carrots, so we've got like purple carrots on this side which didn't all germinate for some reason, but we'll pull those and then I'll fill in the space again. And then we got like orange carrots here which germinated a bit better, so hopefully those are going to come up and catch up after that.
Cool.
Carrots, Savoy cabbage, so plenty of cabbage.
Cool roses.
Very nice roses.
Oh yeah.
The roses are very happy. There's a new little rose at the back there, little peach coloured rose. And then this is a butternut squash. So this is like a trailing plant, so I'm hoping to train it up this trellis and then maybe back down depending on how big it is. Plenty of flowers, so we've got loads. We've got these dahlias at the back that are all going to come up, and then lots of fun pretty coloured flowers, including some sunflowers which will get obviously a lot taller. I don't know how tall, but we'll find out. Strawberry patch, so you can see
with actual strawberries,
red strawberries that are basically ready to eat in there, and then like quite a few like other clusters. There's a really good little cluster there.
Oh, yeah.
Loads of those ready to come. And then peonies I'll probably move because they didn't flower, so they haven't thrived in that spot. Raspberries, we've got like red raspberries here which are just starting to go red, they're not quite ready yet but nearly. And then over there those are golden raspberries, so they're going to go like a nice kind of honey colour. And then tomatillos, which are like a sort of salsa, like almost like a green tomato but slightly different, like a salsa thing. So those are doing alright. And then these are the tomatoes. So we've got a few different varieties, mostly honeycomb, which is like an orange tomato, really sweet cherry tomato, and then that's a red cherry tomato moneymaker. Aubergines under here, so quite a few. There's a couple there and there's one more inside. They've only just gone in, but hopefully they'll get a bit bigger soon. And then potatoes. few different varieties. So Charlotte potatoes, Vivaldi, and then Maris Piper on the end, which is doing really well. And they're just about to come out in flower, and we'll get to eat lots of those pretty soon. So that's the soil portion of the garden.
So we went to the hydroponics. The magic happens. This is, seeing as we've run out of soil space, we needed some more space for more plants. So, incoming, the DIY hydroponics solution, which is just made of some drainage pipe and a pump and a big old reservoir here, which has the nutrient solution in it. I'm using this stuff, which is like a super hyper Shogun Samurai Hydro Grow nutrient solution. But ultimately it's just a bunch of water that's running in this pipe, and then you've got your plants in here that sit in these holes, and they've got their bare roots to the nutrient solution, and it just goes past them so they can suck up all the nutrients they need as quickly as possible and grow really big. And that's like the NFT system, which is like just the water running. And then the next stage will be the aeroponics tower, which will sit in the corner over there. So each of these, instead of running water, it'll be a tube down there that sprays all the roots with the nutrient solution, and then these little plants, or some more plants, will just sit in loads of those. And this has got space for 23 of these plants, so 23 plants in a very small, footprint, which is ideal for us because we don't have much space. So that is the hydroponics so far.
And how about indoors?
Go indoors. Ooh. Have a look. So we needed a place for seeds to propagate, which started as a small cold frame that Rach made, and then I eventually went with this bad boy.
Eventually bettered it and technologically advanced it.
Like, it's made of just like PVC piping, basically, with this white mylar material.
So let's have a
and
look.
then here, it's all growing under this LED, which you can switch between different modes. So you've got like your blue for like vegetative growth, and then if you want like kind of big old flowers and stuff like that, and then you switch over to that for the bloom. So you've got both there. Seedlings down here. So this is what we got on the go, and these will eventually be in the hydroponic system. So you've got a bunch of salad stuff, some chilies, all sorts. And these little cubes, these rock wool cubes, will go into these net pots and then go into the hydroponic system eventually.
There's a little leaf in there.
Yeah, we've got some tiny little salad leaves, which are growing even since this morning. They're growing quite quickly. Some tomatoes and some chilies, and even an aubergine on the go. See how that
Experiment.
But we'll see. We might end up putting another tank in here, another sort of hydroponic system down the bottom, and then having a separate layer for seedlings at some point. So we'll see how it develops. That's it, pretty much.
Yeah, that is the Cooksey Grow solution.
Yeah, for now.
As
We'll
it
just do that
stands.
space.
So we'll see how that develops.
Yep. Nice.